It's accepted that as we age, we break down. We lose muscle and we feel more chronic aches and pains in our joints. This can prevent us from enjoying activities that we loved doing in the past. Is our destiny to be weak and feeble? No. Today I'm here to share what you can do to prevent this and keep doing the things that you love. Hi, I'm Ben with Diet Your Peak. Our goal here is to find and share the best physical and mental practices from experts, so instead of declining as we age, we get stronger and eventually die at our peak. If that interests you, please subscribe to the channel and of course, smash that like button so you don't miss any of our uploads. There are two topics we can focus on to prevent decline as we age: physical training and protein intake. For physical training, we're fans of the ATG Longevity Checklist from the Knees Over Toes podcast by Ben Patrick and Derek Williams. This checklist consists of 7 concepts they believe are the most important when it comes to training with longevity in mind. If you can apply all 7 of these concepts, it will help strengthen and bulletproof your body so you can continue doing pain-free the activities you love. So let's get into it. The first 3 concepts revolve around walking and sledding, and they are: 1. Start with your toes and your feet. The feet are the foundation for the body, yet most of us aren't training our feet. 2. Apply pain-free pressure from the ground up. Creating pressure and resistance through the feet strengthens the feet and the surrounding muscles. 3. Try to move as much backwards as you do forwards. Going backwards builds up lesser used muscles and can help reduce knee pain. These 3 concepts can be enhanced by adding resistance with a weighted sled. The sled pull is Ben Patrick's signature exercise that he loves to promote. Pushing or pulling a sled is a low risk, low impact, but highly beneficial training activity that nearly everyone can do. Ben and Derek believe that explosive and athletic movements begin first with bulletproofing the ankles and knees. The best way to do this is to strengthen the joints and ligaments from our toes, feet, calves, and upward. Derek, a 43-year-old with a shredded body of a 20-year-old, credits the fact that he can still dunk a basketball and compete with other athletes half his age to concepts 1 through 3 alone. The next 4 items on the 7-item checklist sound simple, yet are often the last things that people think while training. 4. Restore your full range of motion in all your lifts and exercises. Use full range of motion even if it means regressing back to a lighter weight. When you stop bending a joint all the way, your body doesn't think it's using that section of the joint, and it eventually stops using resources to support it, and thus it weakens. That adage, if you don't use it, you lose it. 5. Strengthen through length. Use eccentric training exercises like single deadlifts, Jefferson curls, and other exercises where adding weights also stretches the muscles used in the exercise. 6. Leave no weak links. Wrists, ankles, the tibialis area, and the lower back are some of the body parts many people ignore training. This often results in common injuries or pain in those areas, which can cause people to stop training. By strengthening these weak links, not only will you reduce the chance of injuries, you'll notice your overall strength improve. 7. The final item is to finish with grip strength training. Derek does about 7 minutes a day of dead hanging on a bar. He does this because grip strength is associated with longevity and overall health and vitality. Other ways that you can train your grip strength are farmer carries, heavy deadlifts, fat grips on bars, crushing grippers, and finger expanders. And there you have it. Those are the 7 items on their ATG Longevity Training Checklist, an awesome list, especially for those of us who are over 40. The second topic is protein intake and its importance for an aging adult, especially for those who are 40 years and older. Health expert Thomas DeLauer goes over the science and studies related to this in his YouTube video titled "Eat More Protein If Over Age 50." DeLauer mentions that after age 40, you lose 1 to 2% of your muscle mass yearly, and even more if you aren't active. As we get older, we're not able to rebuild our muscles as efficiently. Studies show that muscle protein synthesis is 3 times more responsive in younger people than in their older counterparts. Meaning, the young can just eat less and still synthesize just as much protein when building muscles than older adults. What does this mean for those of us who are considered older adults? Basically, eat more protein and specifically eat a consistent amount of it each meal. Why? There's evidence that unevenly distributed protein in your meals doesn't get synthesized as well. For example, 3 meals of 40 grams of protein would be much more effective in building muscle than eating 1 meal of 5 grams, another at 25, and a large meal at 75 grams of protein. There seems to be a ceiling of how much protein you can synthesize per meal. So what's the bottom line when it comes to protein intake? To keep it simple, 1 gram of protein per pound is a good baseline. Increasing protein consumption every decade of your life is also a good idea. Keep in mind that resistance exercise is a key to maintaining muscle as you age. Exercise, specifically resistance training, plays a pivotal role in protein synthesis. When you do resistance training, even at a light intensity, you are improving insulin sensitivity and allowing protein to get into the muscles. That's it for today. To summarize, growing older does not mean we are destined to be weak and bedridden. By incorporating the ATG Longevity Checklist, like walking backwards and fueling yourself properly and consistently with enough protein at every meal, will give your body the building blocks it needs to maintain your athletic capabilities as you age. This means you get to continue doing the things you love to do. As always, we have the links to the interviews, studies, and podcasts mentioned below. In these videos, we try to find useful content that you can immediately apply to your training program and life. If this content resonates with you, please subscribe to our weekly newsletter, which is linked below in the description box. Of course, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.